channel. Today I'm going to be going through my January and February BoxyCharm. This video is also in collaboration with one of my friends here on YouTube. Her name is ELISE. She just started her own YouTube channel. She's been a subscriber of mine for quite some time. She's been with me for a long time. I think she remembers my very first video, which kind of makes me cringe, and don't go looking for it because I have it hid from all of you because it's very embarrassing. But she's just a cute person and I just really love her. And so she just started her own channel and she reached out and said, hey, would you like to do a collaboration? And I was like, yes, absolutely. So I will leave a link in the description box down below to her channel that she just started, and she's super fun and she's got the cutest Southern accent, which I'm a sucker for a Southern accent. Well, I'm a sucker for all accents, but Southern kind of takes me back to like home. Like my husband's family all lives in Florida and they all have that accent, and I just miss it all year round. And so when I hear any Southern accent, I just get really, really homesick for my husband's family that I absolutely adore. So she's adorable, and definitely head over to her channel and tell her that you are a part of my family. And I'm really excited about doing this collaboration. So thank you, Megan, for asking me, and congratulations on starting your channel. I wish you nothing but success, and I hope that your channel fulfills you in the way that my channel has fulfilled me. So let's go ahead and jump into going through all the products, and I'm going to do a full try on only because I have all of these products from last month's and this month, so I'm just going to combine them together and just do a full face, which was kind of difficult because you'll see, like, I had to kind of improvise. I had to use the bronzer in my crease, and I had to kind of, you know, move things around a little bit. I had to use the brow product as eyeliner, so I had to definitely improvise. This is smelling up my entire beauty room and I'm living for it. I'm so excited about this. Like, this is probably one of my favorite products that I've received from BoxyCharm in a while. I think this is their new product. I think this is like their new cream, and I'm living for it. I love the smell of it, and I actually like it more than the old scent. So this is the other cream. This is the Bum Bum cream. This one definitely makes me want to go to the beach. It smells hella good. Like, oh my gosh, it smells so good. I'm obsessed with this smell. Oh my gosh, like I love it so much. For those of you guys that don't have BoxyCharm, I will leave a link in the description box down below in case you're interested in joining. Next month will be the BOXY Luxe box, which is a big box, and that one looks good. I will put a picture of what the BOXY Luxe is going to be next month. I'm really excited about this one. I don't know, like I'm kind of excited about that Cover FX palette. I don't know, but that box is $49.99. You don't have to buy the BOXY Luxe if you don't want to for $49.99, but you can definitely upgrade and get the bigger box. I am definitely upgrading and get that bigger box, but we're gonna go through all of the BoxyCharm goodies that I have from last month and this month, and without further ado, let's jump right into the video. I was watching the Real Housewives of New Jersey reunion, and I was just watching it as I was like, you know, getting my stuff set up, and I had to continue watching it. I couldn't shut it off. I couldn't shut it down. I was like, Tara, you've got to start filming. Couldn't shut it down. It was pretty epic. I love New Jersey Housewives. Okay, so we're gonna start playing with these products. Now, while I was sitting here watching the New Jersey Housewives reunion, I did put this on, my Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base, and I also put this on my hands. Now, this is the Cocoa Capanna cream. This is a moisture magnet oil and water body cream. Now, let me just say this. I'm super picky about lotions on my hands because if they feel weird, I don't like it. The only lotion that I can handle on my hands is the Lubriderm, the red one. That's the only one that I can wear on my hands. So I'm crazy picky about it. It kind of has that wet type feeling, and then it really like absorbs into the skin quite nicely. So I like this. I don't like it on my hands. It almost looks jelly-like. But the smell of this, you guys, is out of control. Like, it is so freaking amazing. I can't even tell you how much I love the smell of this. I am so glad that this came in my BoxyCharm because I don't know that I ever would have tried this product otherwise, but this might be my new obsession, just to put like on my arms and like my body and stuff. Not necessarily my hands, but definitely my body. So this says that this is Sol de Janeiro's Coco Cabana Cream instantly transforms dry, dehydrated, irritated skin into its softest, bounciest, most luscious version of itself. It's oil and water gel cream. That's kind of what it is. Oil and water type gel. It's a gel type of cream, which is pretty cool. Texture kisses the body with a cocoa sugar blend of fermented sugar and nourishing coconut oil to draw, hold, and hug moisture up to 72 hours. Deliciously scented with their Charosa 39 fragrance with mouth-watering notes of coconut, toasted pralines, and warm vanilla latte. That's exactly how it smells. It's divine. It is, you guys, it's delicious. I'm obsessed. I'm gonna go ahead and put this Hollywood Flawless filter on my face and just kind of, you know, put this as the base, and then I'll go in with the No Pore Blem primer. When I first seen that primer launch, I thought that the name was so unique and I thought it was kind of genius. So, you know, kudos to them for creating such a cool name for that kind of a product. Oh, that Housewives reunion was so good. Let me know in the comments down below if you guys love the Housewives. Like, are you guys Housewives nut like I am? I am a housewife nut. I watch all of them. There's not one city that I don't watch. I'm obsessed with all of them. And I never have time to like just sit and watch TV. So I actually have the Bravo app downloaded on my phone, and that's how I watch it because I don't ever have time to sit and watch TV, you guys. So this is what the bottle looks like. I didn't realize that this was made in Korea. This is a Korean brand. I didn't realize that. Oh, that's kind of cool. I didn't know that. This is from the brand Touch in Sol. Create a seamless canvas for your foundation with your new Touch in Sol No Pore Blem Problem. I'm gonna really screw that up, you guys. With your new Touch in Sol No Pore Blem Primer. The light silky texture blurs pores and wrinkles, giving your skin a soft velvet feel. Green tea and collagen act as adhesives, holding on tight to your makeup for many hours of flawlessness. So this retails for $18. This we got in our last month's box, and we got 2 of them, and I love these. These are one of my favorite masks. I buy these all the time. I probably have like 4 or 5 on hand at all times. So I was really, really excited when BoxyCharm included 2 of these in here because if you guys have not tried these, I love these, especially during the winter, but this is one of my favorite masks, and I am so happy that they included that in last month's box. So it has a nice black pump on it, and I'm just gonna put, like, there's 1 drop, and let's just try 1 drop first. So I'm gonna place this over my pore area right here. Ooh, well that does a kind of a good job of smoothing things out right there. I'm going to go ahead and put some right up here on my forehead as well. You know what? It's really silky. It's kind of a silkier type product, which typically when I use like a pore filling primer, sometimes it's a little bit more of a thicker texture. This one is silky, and it kind of lays very nice over the skin. Like, it's very silky. Okay, so last month's box came with this. This is called the $1 Billion Brows Universal Brow Pencil, and it looks like I have it in the shade brown. So I'm gonna go ahead and try this brow pencil. I can already tell I don't really like the pencil because it's a little bit bigger than I prefer. Mine from Dior is much thinner than this. So the one that I use on a daily is the Dior Brow Styler, and you can see this one is just so much bigger. So that right away is something that may not work for me just because I don't really like that thick of a pencil. But, you know, we'll see. I'm going to give it a try. It's pretty pigmented, and it kind of has, it's going on pretty good. And it has a nice spoolie on the end of it. It has a waxy texture to it. I'm not so sure how I feel about the waxy texture. I think my only complaint would be the fact that it has that, you know, it has a pencil that's just a tad bit too big. But I do like the formula. It's not bad. You definitely only need a little bit. And I recommend like light pressure because it's pretty pigmented. So I like this brow product, but I don't. I like that it does have a little bit of waxy texture to it, so it really kind of blends out good. Like, because it's waxy, when you go in with the brush, it kind of creates those like hair strokes for you with the brush. However, I don't like how it wants to roll down inside this all the time. So even if you're sitting here tapping it, it'll just all of a sudden just go back down. That's the one thing that I don't like about it. And the other thing is I think it's too soft. I think it's a little bit too soft of a product for me. I need something that has that waxiness, but it still holds together. This one is extremely soft. So, I mean, I don't feel like it's a bad brow product, but I don't know that it's gonna work. You know, it's not gonna be what I need for my brows. Okay, so moving on to the next product I got. This is a bronzer from Pretty Volker. You guys know that my daughter and I both get a box. So she got a box and I got a box. In my box, I got the bronzer, and in her box, she got the highlighter. So I wanted to show you guys what both of these look like. The highlighter's in the shade Shimmering Swan, which is really pretty. It's kind of like a champagne shade. Now, I've never really tried, I haven't tried a lot of products from Pretty Volker, so I'm pretty excited to try this bronzer. So this bronzer is this vegan matte bronzing powder, gives your skin a natural radiant looking finish, enriched with ultra smooth, oil-free, lightweight pigments. This bronzer allows for easy blending and perfect coverage. It retails for $32. So that's pretty, it's pretty pricey for a bronzer. So I'm gonna just take my brush like this from the Sonia G Face brush set. I'm gonna go down in and kind of start kind of tapping that. Ooh, that's pretty. That's a pretty bronzer. Like, I don't feel like that's muddy at all. It's really natural too. Now I'm gonna wipe the brush off. That is a really pretty bronzer. I like this bronzer a lot. This is a beautiful bronzer. And it's pigmented enough, and it's a really pretty shade that I could totally wear this without any blush and totally be fine. This is a pretty bronzer. I really like this bronzer. And I like the packaging. It's pretty cool. So the bronzer gets a stamp of approval. I like that bronzer a lot. So this is what the highlighter looks like. It's pretty. It kind of reminds me of the Embrace a little bit. Oh yeah, no, Embrace is lighter. So this is the Embrace, and this is the one from Pretty Volker. So I'm just gonna take this highlighting fan brush and just kind of pop this right here on. I'm gonna wipe that off and kind of blend that in. It's a little bit harsh right here. I'm not a fan of this one. Maybe if it was a different color, maybe I'd like it, but I kind of feel like this is a little bit too patchy. This is a tad bit too dark when it comes to a highlighter, so it's a pass for me. Okay, so let's move on to the eyes. So last month I got this palette. This is actually my daughter's. I gave mine to my mom. I will put a picture of the one that I received in my BoxyCharm last month. I just wasn't really in love with it, and she came up to visit and she liked the packaging, and I was like, do you want it? She said sure, so she took it home. So I'm going to use my daughter's. This is the Rainforest of the Sea Volume 3. Mine was just the regular, I think it was Volume 1. So this is what it looks like, and it's pretty much all shimmer shades except for this one right here. And, you know, this one is definitely not that impressive, and I'm not really all that impressed with these palettes from Tarte. They're not my favorite. But we're going to play around with it today and, you know, just see what we can create. So I'm actually going to go into the matte shade right up here, and I'm just going to use my Sonia G Pro Eye Set, and I'm going to use the Crease Pro Brush. And I'm just going to place this in the crease and see if I can get any color from it. Doubtful, but we'll see. Is anything showing up? Eesh. I just don't get these palettes. They're just kind of not my thing. I think the formula is really smooth, but I just don't feel like they're very pigmented. I mean, can you see the difference between this and this side? Like, I'm not seeing any difference. I don't even know what the purpose of that shade is, but I maybe might go into the bronzer. Let's go into the bronzer and see if we can get some sort of pigment. Oh, the bronzer's working nice. I'm never opposed to putting a bronzer on my crease. Like sometimes when I'm not wearing a lot of makeup and I'm just kind of doing a little something quick, that's typically what I'll do. So I'm going to take a pencil brush and go into the bronzer and bring it along the lower lash line. Now I will say I'm not noticing that much of a difference with the primer. And of course, you know, I've always said this with primers, it takes more than using it one time to kind of get to know the primer and to give my opinion on it. So I'm not gonna like cancel it out, but I'm not really noticing that much of a difference along my pores. I really like this bronzer. I really do. It's a nice bronzer. So there's several different shades that I could pop on the lid. Now I also got this from this month. This is the Nude Stick Magnetic Luminous Eye Color, and I got it in the shade Copper Foil. So let me show you what this looks like, and it's really pretty. So I'm gonna put this on my eye. Ooh, it's really pretty. It's really pretty, you guys. I'm just kind of putting it all over the lid. I like that a lot. This is really easy to use too. Like, you know, for those of you that maybe like a really nice shimmer on the lid, but you don't like the mess from a shimmer shadow, this is like perfect because it goes on really, really smooth and blends out really, really pretty. And I am so happy that I have that because I actually need to buy more of these. I really like the feeling of these. The texture of these are really soft and really blendable. You know, I'm kind of throwing this look together with what I've got here, but the challenge is turning out better than I expected because I really like that. I think it's really, really pretty. So I want to lighten up the inner corner just a tad. So I'm going to go into this shade right here. I think that's the shade I want to use. Yeah, I'm going to go into this shade and just kind of place a little bit of that right there in the inner corner. I'm going to spray it though. And then I'm going to wipe it off and then just really blend that into that gold. Just to really brighten up that inner corner. Yes. I mean, that just gave it a little bit of a something brighter in the inner corner. I'm going to try to just barely kind of deepen up the outer corner just a tad. I'm going to go into the bronzer with more of a brush like this that's a little bit stiffer. If the bronzer's not going to work over top of it, I can also use like my eyeliner, or I could even grab that brow pencil, this right here. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to grab the brow pencil and I'm going to just kind of come up like this. See how it wants to roll back in? That's what's driving me nuts about this product. For those of you guys that like that quick, easy look, this is awesome. I got to get more colors of these. These are awesome. I think I'm going to put this shade right here in my inner corner as well. So using one of the brushes that we got in one of our BoxyCharms, I'm going to go into that shade and pop it right here on the inner corner. Okay, so I just went ahead and put some brown eyeliner, you know, up on the top part and the bottom part just to kind of pull it together. So we also got this. This is the Too Faced Better Than Sex Mascara. I'm going to go ahead and throw this on. This wand feels very heavy though. Like it's heavier than I remember it being. So the packaging is definitely different. So I'm going to go ahead and put this mascara on. Now I know that so many people love this mascara. This hasn't been my favorite mascara only because the brush is just a little bit too big for me. And, you know, I like a smaller brush. It's just hard for me with my teeny little lashes to go in with a bigger brush. And it's hard to kind of get up in there and really put a good coat on. But if you have, you know, fuller or thicker lashes, then this brush will probably work great for you. I do think that the formula is good. It's just I've never really been able to get the brush to work very good for me because it seems like every time I use it, I get it all over my eyes. It's a nice smooth mascara. It's not super wet. So that's basically the first coat. Let's go in for a second coat. Okay, that doesn't look too bad. That's actually a pretty decent mascara. Okay, so for lippy, I got this one. I got this color. I think I got this month, right? Oh, I can't remember. No, I must have got this one last month. This is from Ofra. So is it just me or am I the only one that doesn't really like the Ofra liquid formula? It's not my favorite. I don't know what it is, but it's definitely not my favorite. So this is the long-lasting liquid lipstick. This is in the shade Duchess. So let me show you guys what that looks like. I just feel like they're just not my favorite. I'm not sure why. You know, we all have our preferences. So it's a really, really pretty purple, and obviously it's definitely not going to work with the look that I have going on. I am going to put it on just so you guys can see what it looks like on. And it's a really pretty color. I know that so many people love the Ofra formula. I don't know, there's something about it I've just not always been like falling in love with, you know? But this looks really pretty. It is a nice matte. Maybe the first one that I tried, I didn't like the color of it. I don't know. I'm not, like, this has been a formula I just haven't really like loved. I do have chapstick on my lips, and maybe that gave it a little bit of that hydration that it needed to like be smoother. But this isn't bad. Okay, so I think for this look, I'm just gonna put on something very easy. I'm gonna grab the Nude #2 from KKW Beauty. This is from Fenty. This is in the shade Unbutton. I kind of thought maybe that would go with it. That matches a little bit better, so I think I might just leave it there. So my final thoughts on everything that I used today. Obviously, I told you I love the Tarte mask. That one, those are definitely my favorite. I really, really like this. This is really, really fun, and I love the feeling of this, and I love the smell of this. I feel like from last month, having those Tarte masks in the box kind of paid for it, and then this month having this in here kind of paid for it. Like, I really like both of these products. I also got this last month. This is from Briogeo. This is the Reparative leave-in conditioning spray, and I really like their leave-in conditioner. So I'm never mad at getting this because I've yet to need to buy a full bottle of this because I always get enough samples in all of my boxes, no matter what box it is. It seems like I always get one of these. And I like that because I don't have to buy it. And typically what I like to use this is, you know, once I wash my hair and stuff, I'll put this all over and then dry it. And I really, really like the way this feels. It doesn't like weigh my hair down, which is one thing that I love about it. So I've always really loved Briogeo anyway. So I am never mad at getting any Briogeo products in my BoxyCharms. I am never mad at that. The Better Than Sex Mascara, you guys know how I feel about that. It's not my favorite. I think the brush is just a little bit too big for me to use. I think the formula works just fine, but I am going to pass this along to my mom because I do know that she loves it. And the highlighter, I am not a fan of the highlighter. Like, I don't even know that I even like the formula. I definitely didn't like the color of it. Yeah, this is a pass. And the bronzer, I freaking love the bronzer. Like, I'm so glad I got this bronzer in this BoxyCharm because I feel like this bronzer is like perfect for my skin tone, and I'm really, really glad that I got it. And I really liked it on, like, I love that color in my crease. I think it's a really, really pretty bronzer. So this I am super, super happy about. This nude stick I am so happy about, you guys. Like, I cannot wait to buy more of these because these are awesome. Like, I'm really, really impressed with the way that this applied. This retails for $24, and it says that it's a super long wearing shadow pencil that is soft, super gliding, and easy to blend. The Nude Stick Magnetic Luminous Eye Color is the ultimate multitasker to achieve intense color, precise lining, and primes eyelids for all-day waterproof wear to ensure your nude glam lasts. So I'm really happy that it's waterproof as well. And, you know, I've had it on for a couple of hours now. It hasn't creased at all. Like, it hasn't even budged. I am so impressed with those, and I've always been curious about them, but I am so glad that I got this, because this is definitely something that I need to have more shades in. The brow product, like I said, this is not my favorite. We get this last month. Yeah, I got this last month, but like I said, I don't like how this goes back down. You know, this one like falls down in, and as you're trying to use it, it just kind of wiggles its way back down again. I don't really like that. I don't like how big the pencil is. It's too thick for what I like. And it's kind of a waxier formula. I like the formula of it, but the packaging and the bigger pencil is just not my favorite. So it's a pass. The Ofra, you know, might be eating my words with the whole Ofra, you know, not really liking it, because I did kind of like it, but I'm going to continue to wear it. I have a few others that I need to find in my collection from Ofra and maybe pull them back out and see if I, you know, why I don't like them, because I really can't tell you exactly why I don't like them. I just remember not being like a super huge fan of it. Palette. So the palette, I am like not, like I said, I'm not a super huge fan of this palette, and honestly, the only reason why I didn't give this one to my mom is because I knew that I was going to need to film with one of the palettes. So I kept this one, but it's, I don't know. I like the shimmers in here, and you know, maybe it'll be nice to keep around for those days where I feel like, oh, I need a full shimmer shade, you know. Don't get me wrong. I do feel like these shades could be a great lid topper for any skin tone, and I do feel like that's what this palette is. I don't feel like this palette is made to have a full palette of all shimmers, and you're not going to get much pigment from this, so I don't even know why it's in there. Like, in my opinion, they could have just left this matte shade out and put another shimmer in there. Maybe like a dark brown or like a copper color or something. Even like a darker mauve or something. I don't know, but this is definitely a solid palette for nothing but lid shades, nothing but shimmer shades, and I'm okay with that. I don't mind these. I mean, they're not my favorite. They're not something that I grab for. I don't know why. I'm just kind of tired of getting the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea palettes in my Boxy. I'm just kind of over that whole situation, you guys. Like, I want to move on and receive different brands and receive different products. It's not that I don't like Tarte, because there's a few products that I love from Tarte. It's not about Tarte. It's just I'm getting them continuously, and I'm kind of like, it's like the pure palettes. Like, I'm kind of getting bored with them. I don't want any more pure palettes. I will take a Rainforest of the Sea Tarte palette any day of the week over a pure palette, but you know, hopefully this was kind of the last of the bunch, and, you know, maybe in the future we're not going to get these. I don't know. We'll see. So that's it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today, and don't forget to head over to my friend Megan Elise channel. I will leave a link to her channel in the description box down below. Let her know that you are part of my family, and thank you, Megan, for wanting to collaborate, and good luck with your YouTube channel. You're amazing, and I just adore you, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Thank you guys again for all the love that you guys show me and my channel. It truly means the world to me, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day filled with love and happiness. I will see you guys right back here tomorrow at 11 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, and I love you guys so much. Bye!